Hi, I'm following an advice of somebody that said, why not have Thrifty Thursdays? And a lot of times, I think some of my hoarding mentality comes from trying to be thrifty. You get scarcity mindset, being afraid of not having enough or running out or not being able to afford things, that you stock up when you have sales and you try to kind of make sure you have lots there, and you're afraid to kind of go down to the bare minimum, or you're afraid to let go of things that are still useful because of that what if scenario. And I think there's a lot of areas that this is part of in my life, and it shows through after all these years. Here is one way that it has gone good for me, but I'm going to use this new thought pattern of working through these feelings and thoughts and issues to come better outcome, in order to not have more than I need, and in order to keep things under control. So today I went to my freezer and I grabbed out some raspberries. And this may kind of be confusing to you, but I have raspberry bushes ever bearing in my garden. And so I have enough for the summer, and then I freeze them. And then I can have them at other times of the year and enjoy them. Okay, so this is my fantastic garden. And this is where the raspberries took over, which is they belong in that box, but they don't belong between them and on the walkway. And they kind of took over the world a whole lot more than they need to. So this is what I'm going to give away. I have my little bag of raspberries, and it's rather large. Obviously, I'm not going to eat this in one sitting, so I'm going to let it thaw out slowly. And for me, it is great to have a freezer full of a lot of the items that I grow myself in my garden. And some family and we grow a little extra for each other, and we have days where we get together and do preparation. Last year it didn't work out so well, but the year before I made a whole year's worth of applesauce with family, and it costed me a whole lot less. So that's one way that I save money. And you can say, well, I pay for a freezer all year long, but in reality, if I'm buying fruit at this time of year, I don't know what chemicals are on it. I don't know where it's from half the time. And yes, it's great to have fresh available, but if it's something that I can grow myself and I'm getting exercise and sunshine and having that meditation or that time de-stressing while I'm growing it or taking care of it or tending to it, and then I get it fresh in season, and then I freeze it for the rest of the year, then it's totally worth it to me to know that I'm eating healthier. If I have overstock, I can give it to family or friends. I don't let it go to waste. Now, this year, I'm going to take a step further in kind of controlling my garden, because I let it get out of control last year. I had some health issues and a medical procedure that pretty much took me out for 3 months, that I wasn't able to take care of or barely just taking care of myself, let alone my property and all those extras. So I'm so thankful for neighbors who cut the grass for me, and my garden kind of went out of control. The way that I'm going to change things is, instead of letting my garden continue being out of control, I'm going to give away some of my raspberry bushes. So for me, I feel bad if I kill those plants. I could do it, they're overgrowing to where they don't need to be and they're out of control. And I'm not going to be able to pick all those berries anyways if I let it continue. Part of me that says don't let things go to waste and be wasteful says, well, you can't just kill them. Well, yeah, I can actually, but do I feel comfortable doing that? If they piss me off, I probably will. But, I mean, I can give them away for free, so why wouldn't I? I probably shouldn't be digging them up physically right now with all my health issues and injury and all that stuff, so if I offer them to family and friends in trade for them digging it up, we're both doing each other a favor. It helps my day and my garden be better this year. And they'll have fresh raspberries for themselves because these are ever bearing, so they go the whole season. So if family and friends have enough of them, because we've kind of done this once already, why not pay it forward to other people? If my family and friends already have enough and don't want them, then I think I'm going to put them on Facebook. You can come over on a Saturday and dig up my backyard with me. It is kind of an extension of keeping my house under control. With a lot of items in your house, you feel that you can't let them go because you would be being wasteful and you don't want to see them in a landfill. And some people are even afraid of, donating them because they're afraid that's going to happen. So they try to push them on family or friends, or they just don't want to bother taking the time to advertise or go through them, so they just let them sit and pile up. And if I left it, my whole garden would be, possibly could be full of these raspberry bushes that, yes, I'm feeding the birds, but on the other hand, why don't I let other people enjoy them and keep it under control? I mean, think about how you can use this idea in all areas of your home. Whether it's your, stuff around the house, your kids' stuff that you got to get rid of, garden and yard stuff that you're not using, your, family members that that are going to try to foist it on you and you don't want it. Maybe you can give them these other options so that you don't keep cluttering up your home, because it's time for me to declutter. And it's springtime, so let's do the gardening. Yay!